1 minute, everything is moving along, and it's business as usual. The next, you're faced with an allegation of wrongdoing. Perhaps that your vendor bribed a foreign official, or that a former employee stole sensitive information. You have to respond, and the clock is already ticking. Today, companies are faced with aggressive enforcement by regulators worldwide. They hold companies responsible for the conduct of their vendors and business partners and require prompt, exhaustive responses to government inquiries. The challenges are multiplying, especially as you expand into new and emerging markets. You have to rely on vendors and partners you know little about. And when a government requests information, the proliferation of data you generate makes fulfilling that request even more daunting. The challenge is twofold: being proactive when it comes to determining who to do business with, and reacting fast and effectively when an allegation of misconduct lands at your door. So you can get back to business. I recently met with a number of KPMG executives in the firm's risk consulting practice who specialize in forensic services.
Well, first of all, you have to understand what your risks are that you're looking for to mitigate.
If there's a government investigation, then information may have to be turned over to the DOJ, the SEC, or foreign regulatory authorities. And if there's litigation, information may have to be turned over in response to a discovery request.
The consequences and risk of not doing a thorough and complete and effective investigation is that whatever the underlying matter was, a corruption matter, fraud matter, you've compounded the consequences, the bad consequences, if you get it wrong.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about if you find some risk that you terminate the relationship.
Right.
It's you have better, more informed decision-making processes to be able to deal with that third party.
So where can you find the number of people with the forensic experience and skills that you need? KPMG says you can find them here at KPMG Global Services, or KGS. If you're working with KPMG, they can plug into the vast pool of KGS professionals skilled in a range of areas. They use the latest technologies to conduct the appropriate level of due diligence or to review and analyze the volumes of digital data required for a successful investigation or litigation outcome. Where does KPMG find enough highly qualified people to have them ready and waiting when you need them? Today we're meeting with some of Bangalore's top talent, starting with Katapa. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for showing me around today.
No problem. Let's go.
Can you tell me how KGS gets involved in an engagement?
A variety of reasons. A client could be transforming its fraud detection and monitoring capabilities. They could be trying to perform customer due diligence on some of their customers. They could have been accused of fraud or misconduct.
Do you have people who are skilled in all those areas?
We do.
Can I meet them now?
Sure.
I'd love to hear about some of the engagements you've been involved with.
I'm part of the Astris team, and at Astris we provide our clients with third-party due diligence services. So we provide information which helps the client assess and evaluate risks involved in working with a particular supplier.
I was a part of a team that was charged with an anti-money laundering engagement for a US-based multinational bank. And we reviewed almost 16 million transactions that resulted in 6,000 cases, and we did this in a period of 6 months.
How is that even possible?
Well, there is a big advantage when you work in a different time zone, because when we finish one day's work here, we can actually keep it for the US colleagues to review on the next day before they step into office.
Tell me about some of the engagements you're involved with.
I manage the corporate intelligence team here, which helps the client along various legislations like the UK Bribery Act, FCPA violations, and we have a team dedicated along these lines who help clients manage the risks arising out of these legislations.
The more KGS people I interviewed, the more areas of specialization I heard about, from corporate intelligence and data analytics to financial disclosures reporting. Pressures related to issues of fraud and misconduct aren't going away anytime soon. KPMG and KGS say they're continuing to invest in having the people and the resources ready and waiting to help companies be more effective and efficient in mitigating risk and responding to challenges. It seems clear that KGS can deliver if you're looking for people skilled in all areas of forensics or Frisbee.